reunion. We've given consideration to putting a lot more information in about reunions, but we had started out with these listings in the magazine, and obviously with the magazine there was a limited amount of space. But the purpose of the listing on the website is for people to contact you, so they don't need all of the other information. We also save the, there's an archive of reunions that goes back as long as we've had the website, probably 15 years. And we save that for the contact information, so that if there's contact information in there and someone is looking for a reunion with a particular name, they can go to the archives and contact you. Maybe not someone you're not related to, but nevertheless, there's the contact there. Also now, oh my, are we getting with it? We have a Facebook page, and we certainly urge you to become fans of our Facebook. See what that is. And I'm not always sure myself what those things mean. And yesterday's USA Today, if you were reading it, they're now social networking pages for people my age. So now I have to look at those as well. Now that I've gotten caught up with the kids on Facebook, now I have to go to the AARP site. Not that I shouldn't have been there years ago. Okay. I think that's it. We have a forum on our webpage if you're interested in asking questions or getting into discussions. We have that. And I also have a monthly newsletter if you're interested in getting, and it's an email newsletter. So if you're interested in getting that, send me a request and I'll add you to the list. And a lot of that is what's new on our website, links directly to it, and what's new in other places that we know of, just alert kinds of things. All right, yesterday I told you that what the purpose of the Speak Out is certainly for you to ask questions, but also for you to talk about some of the interesting and wonderful things that you've been doing at your reunions. We'd like to limit it to, well, now we even have less time, say 3 minutes, but not to take over the whole conversation, because I have a feeling that probably within the room there are lots of ideas. Oh, I just remember, thank you, I remembered. I was asked how to get an article or pictures in the magazine. Very simple. You send me a report. My email is editor@reunionsmag.com. Reunions is with an S. I prefer to get them by email. They go into my system much faster. If I get it on paper, it goes into the pile, and the pile gets read when the pile gets read. The emails are literally, it gets added to the bottom of what I have, and I read that stuff continuously. And I can never tell you what issue it's going to be in unless there's something about your reunion that is very specific, say, for example, to Christmas. If you have a Christmas reunion, the chances are it's going to be in an issue that comes out around Christmas time, or any other holidays, then it would coincide with the holidays, so that if you had something at Christmas this year and you sent a report in February or March, you shouldn't expect to see it until the end of the year. It may take a year and a half, and almost to 2 years. We feel that the reunion information rarely is dated. In other words, there's little news in regard to reunions. What you did this summer is going to be as germane to a reunion planner, your ideas is going to be as germane to a reunion planner next year as it is the year after. So if I get it in the email and I acknowledge that I've gotten it, and usually that's all I can do at that time. Don't ask me about your pretty prose and all the things you wrote, because the chances are, I get stuff constantly and rarely have the time to sit down and read it immediately. But when I do, and when you hear from me that I start asking you questions about what you've written, or I start asking about pictures, don't necessarily send the pictures to me with your report, because, oh God, they can get lost. And my preference, again, is digital pictures, and they must be 300 dpi or higher. If you're interested in a picture of yours possibly being on a cover, I need that at 600 dpi. And the pictures for the covers must be vertical. Rarely do people take their cameras and turn it to a vertical picture. So if you or some member of your family, or you con some member of your family to take pictures. Tell them that if they're interested or you're interested in a picture being on the cover, compose it. Look at the cover of the issue that you have this time. That family, I got only vertical pictures from. I knew right away what they had in mind. I got I got maybe a couple, but almost no horizontal pictures from them at all. But compose it so the whole picture is right there. And if you can get, I'll tell you another hint. And this issue's cover is a perfect example of it. They stood right under their banner that said the name of the family reunion. And they also had t-shirts on that I could read. Okay? Frequently, I can see the t-shirts, and it'll be sort of like the picture that we took Friday night, but probably can't see much detail of any of the t-shirts. If I can read the t-shirts, oh, and if everybody's eyes are open and tongues are in, nobody's making faces. And listen, we sit and look at those pictures and pass them around, and you know, my staff all have small children, and everybody says, but he's so cute. Yeah, but show it to his fiancée 20 years from now and find out how cute it is. And there, like, for example, the next issue, I had wonderful vertical pictures from a family. I mean, lots of them. But there wasn't a single one where somebody wasn't making a face. Okay? I can't do that. I can't do that to my magazine, and I can't do that to a person who's making a face. And so it's, you know, keep those things in mind. If you're interested in seeing your family featured in the magazine, send me a good report. Make sure you include things that may be a little unusual, like you've never seen in the magazine, and some really good pictures. And I certainly will. Material from family reunions I never turn down. I use some of it somehow. Okay? Oh, and one other thing, if the report is very, very long, and you segment it into, this is what we did with our food, and this is what we did at this place, and that kind of stuff, I may take that. It may not ever come out as a whole story, but it'll appear in different features. For example, the next issue, we're going to have a huge feature on games to play at reunions. And that has almost entirely come from other articles that people have sent us where I saw right away that this was an interesting game, or there were a series of games or something like that. And I'm building the features all the time. So, you know, I will definitely, in the next issue, I will surprise a lot of people who forgot that they even sent me that stuff. Well, I won't surprise them because I've asked for pictures since then, but they were certainly surprised when I asked for the pictures. So that's how to get your reunion in the magazine. Now, tell me about your reunions. Oh, please. You were counting on me. Yes.
Our first reunion that Sherry and I put together in Baltimore at the Wyndham Hotel, they did allow us to have a private room for breakfast, and we had a nice buffet breakfast. And that's the day that we really devoted our time to the children. It was all about the children. We played jump rope, we had a jump rope contest, the bat and ball contest, hula hoop contest. So we ate breakfast and we played a game called, who do you remember? Let's do all the names you can remember at your event.
I really remember that from like 4 years ago.
Well, it was fun, and it was amazing how many people remembered people's names, because there was a lot of cousins that we had not met before. So that's what we did as far as trying to entertain the children for breakfast. We didn't want anybody to be bored. Good.
I'm looking for a really good picture of jump roping. If you have
She won the jump rope contest as a child. They were pretty upset.
Yeah, that's why I didn't. So, let's make it again.
Any kind of standard games, I'm always looking for really good pictures of.
Okay.
Was it Dutch jump roping?
No jump.
What we did find out from the boys, we don't have very many kids in our family, but what we did find out from the little boys that were there was that year we did not have enough boy-type things to do. So because a lot of things were done, sometimes have to be done indoors, the next year we got Nerf balls and footballs and just all kinds of things that they could do that wouldn't break something.
I think we do
That's
have
how you learn too.
Not a lot.
I think we have a lot of children that parents just don't bring, but we can't figure out how to get the cost low enough that everybody can bring everybody in their family.